Welcome back to the daily discussion. All right, so I have this theory about food and addictions kind of in general, but food particularly, because it's kind of been coming up a lot from a lot of people in my circle and stuff. But my theory is that we're not actually addicted to anything, and we don't particularly like any actual food. And the reason I say this is because if everybody's palate is so quote unquote different and you like all these different things, how can it be that you actually truly like it then if it's the same actual flavor for everybody, you just perceive it differently? Now, I also think that your taste buds are actually more just for safety of your body, meaning that you taste things that are sour or sweet or whatever, because in theory, in nature, something along those lines would be either better for you or worse for you. So your body would be predisposed to either liking it or disliking it depending on your origin. Now, why does this kind of make sense to me? Well, because the stronger the emotion you have when you eat a food or when you first eat that food, consume that food, meaning the very first time you've ever done it, the more likely you are to be addicted to it. And if I have a converse point to this that actually would strengthen this thought process, would be is if you've ever gotten sick after eating a particular food that you used to like, and you, like I said, got sick, got the flu, got food poisoning, whatever it is, then immediately following that, for years, sometimes decades, and even at times for the rest of your life, you no longer enjoy that food because you've tied it to the emotion of being sick. So to me, this would mean that if you think that you're addicted to a food, you need to find that emotion and find that where that actual emotion is coming from and tie the emotion to the event, not the food. And if you can do that, my theory would be is that you could release yourself from that addiction and move on from it. Now, the reason I say this for me is because I used to feel that I was addicted to certain foods. I used to think that I couldn't eat the exact same way every single day. But that was because I was tied to this feeling that I needed to have all these different types of foods and all these different things. But once I got the emotion of being sick too frequently, and I either rightly or wrongly tied that to the types of food I was eating, my relationship to food changed, and therefore my attitude towards it changed too. My taste buds changed to match the things that I wanted to consume rather than what I quote unquote liked before. And now I've learned to enjoy those things. Even if I don't necessarily need it for the flavor itself, I enjoy the results I'm getting via the way I'm eating, which means then I enjoy my food. So I don't know, hopefully that helps somebody else. And if you have, if you want to discuss this even further, or if you want to refute it and tell me how wrong I am, I'd love to hear your opinion too.